Well, hi folks, here we are, January 10th. Trust everybody's fine, enjoying their Sunday. Yeah, and it's been a crazy last few days, and put a few links in the description, and for those who have an interest of keeping track of things other than with the talking heads on mainstream. But it's been intriguing. You know, I was reading an email that a friend forwarded that he received from a friend talking about the world as a world according to CNN and the rest of the talking heads. And there's a big contrast. And I suppose that person may never realize it, even though watching what Twitter, what Facebook, and what Google have done in the last few hours. And anyone who just doesn't recognize that we have a few twits, what else can you call them, who are trying to control what people think and what people say. That doesn't alarm anybody. I mean, something's wrong with the circuitry in the brain, sort of thing. So what I'm in the process of doing, you know, there are several websites that you can go to where you can get this news. You know, you have to use your laptop or your computer, because a lot of, with Apple and Google sort of blocking apps, which is another just an outlandish thing. Who would have thought that? Who would have thought that? But anyway, it is what it is. So if you do want to get the news on at my website, dreamingdude.com, I'll put a link to that in the bottom of this, in the description. I have a couple of pages. One is videos, where you go to the video channel if you want to, you know, if our YouTube gets knocked down, we have access to other outlets where we still can put videos in. So we have a video page, and then we have a serendipity page. So on the serendipity page, it's inactive right now. I'm just still working on it. I will put some links to other sites where you can go get some additional news, if you have mind to. If you want to take a peek at the other side, around the other side of the wall, if you want to flip the coin over and see what the other side looks like. Or you may just be comfortable with the world according to CNN and the rest of the talking heads in mainstream media. It's interesting. We have a couple of takes on Nancy's stolen laptop. There's a couple of links to that in the description end. And it's intriguing. It appears there were special forces. And of course there's a lot of rumor flying about, a lot of statements going. Nobody really knows for sure unless you were there. Unless you knew the special forces and you could recognize them. But apparently that's the word that, according to a couple of generals, that this special forces actually picked up the laptops. They infiltrated it in with they were infiltrated with the Antigua Black Lives Matter protesters, who actually sort of integrated in with the Trump protesters, sort of thing. And so apparently they have the laptops. Interesting. Then there's a couple of links to Zero Hedge articles. One about how America's secret police force started. That's the second one under Zero Hedge. It's sort of intriguing. Just a bit of long history there. And this is just reading, and you may already know that, but if you don't, you might find it intriguing. And another one, how the Europeans have hoodwinked people for a long time when it comes to banking money, all that sort of thing. We then have Dr. Paul Cottrell with George Webb. they were having a discussion. George Webb was there at the protest, filming, and he has a first-hand account of it. I'd actually watched 4 hours of that. I think Epoch Times had a couple of roving journalists there, reporters with cameras. So it's intriguing. And then there's be prepared for a blackout. Pakistan, the whole country was blacked out. Vatican was blacked out. Mind you, they're changing. The Vatican's taking over their bank, so who knows why that blackout happened. And in Pakistan, I guess there's some conjecture that maybe that was a trial run, just to see how they could sort of hack in, just turn the country black, communication-wise, power-wise, just turn the grid off. And hey, they think maybe that was a trial run to try it here in North America. So that's sort of crazy. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. In those links, you'll also notice there's talk about the satellite company out of Italy in some of the crap that they were doing, and it looks like a lot of Europe was the MI6, the British, the Germans. A lot of people are involved in this, facilitating this hacking, and of course China has got a connection to it as well. So I don't think, maybe somebody just out on a limb wishing that the limb, they can hear the cracking, wishing it, and just wishing and hoping it's not going to break completely off. I mean, I think that's where, as people are watching what's going to happen, is it going to be the Democrats or the Republicans, Biden or Trump? And I think everybody's sitting on that branch. Trump is on one branch and Biden on the other, and they're both cracking. They don't know which one's going to break and fall off into the sea, which one will stay there. It's crazy times, folks. And I know a lot of people say this is just tin hat stuff. It ain't happening. Well, check out some of the links, and like I say, if you do have a mind to see what's going on, we'll put some links to some websites and that in as well, in the Serendipity page at Dreaming Do. Take care for now, and we'll see you again.